Off a day, everyone. I'm Nestor Licanto with the Pacific Daily News. Here are the top stories from the PDN newsroom. Law enforcement, housing, and the economy and cost of living top the priorities of non-incumbent candidates campaigning for a seat in the 38th Guam legislature. Of the 11 non-incumbent or non-seat holding candidates, 8 responded to the Pacific Daily News regarding their top policy priorities, plans, and pitches. The 11 non-incumbents include 3 Democrats and 8 Republicans. The government's grip on crime and law enforcement response was a common thread among 5 candidates. The economy, cost of living, job market, industry diversity, and taxes presented the next top priority for non-incumbents, with 5 candidates listing it as their priority. Early voting organized by the Guam Election Commission begins today and will continue Mondays to Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Westin Resort Guam in Tumon until July 29 at the mezzanine or street level of the hotel. Potential voters may also register and vote at the site until July 18th. On July 22nd, the day following the Liberation Day holiday, early voting will be available from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. In other news, Guam's elected officials and political organizations on Sunday condemned the July 13 shooting at former President Donald Trump's political rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, that the FBI has confirmed to be an attempted assassination of Trump. The 20-year-old gunman was killed. Investigations are ongoing, and the Secret Service said Trump has been safe. Trump said on social media that he was hit by a bullet in the upper part of his right ear. The Democrat Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration on Sunday afternoon said, quote, "There is no room for violence in politics, no matter where you stand on the issues. Cowardly acts such as this undermine the foundation of our democracy." Along with others, the local administration's statement commends the swift and heroic acts by the U.S. Secret Service, the first responders, and the local law enforcement to ensure Trump's safety and security. Plans to permanently host up to a dozen fighter planes from Singapore at Andersen Air Force Base are moving along, but a local group closely monitoring military buildup activities on Guam, the Pacific Center for Island Security, said housing issues need to be included in the planning. The arrival of Singapore Air Force and support personnel will likely require another 240 housing units that aren't accounted for in the Air Force's current plans, according to Pacific Center for Island Security Chairman Robert Underwood. Underwood added that it is in addition to 1,700 units needed to house Marines who will be moving by 2029. The Air Force will be seeking public comment this week on a draft environmental impact statement on the proposed construction of an aircraft hangar, airfield, fuel systems, fencing, parking, and magazines to support the bed down of 12 Singapore Air Force F-15 fighter jets. In other news, Guam and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands lawmakers on Friday adopted 4 resolutions sponsored by Vice Speaker Tina Muñoz-Barnes aimed at improving travel, education exchange, cybersecurity, and disaster response between the islands. The lawmakers adopted the resolutions at the conclusion of the Second Assembly of the Mariana Islands Legislature Association. The Vice Speaker, in supporting cabotage exemption for Guam and the CNMI, reiterated concerns about the high airfare costs of coming, going, and transiting through Guam and the CNMI that have been, quote, cost prohibitive for tourists and, more importantly, our own residents and our loved ones who reside in the United States, she said. Another measure aimed at enhancing educational exchange programs is seen as laying the groundwork for more of our students to get degrees in Micronesian studies, Chamorro language, archaeology, marine biology, agriculture, and other fields that support a sustainable economy, according to this Vice Speaker. For more of these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.